What's going on, everybody? I'm Dalton Lindbergh. Welcome back to For No More Golf, and today we're going to work on making some better contact by controlling our low point. We're going to use just some basic athletic tape. If you're using a mat, you can use tees if you're on the grass and do this exact same exercise, but this is by far the best way to start improving your low point, to get better contact, higher ball flights, and start adding some distance to your shots. Stop topping them, stop chunking them, hit some better shots. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe down below to get all of our golf content as soon as it comes out. Let's get started. Before we get into actually hitting some golf balls and setting up our station, let's talk about the term low point. And so what that means is wherever this club is going to have an arc that moves just like so, with the golf ball set in the middle. And so we want to make sure that the low point of the golf club is always after the golf ball. So we strike it and continue to move down instead of having our low point behind the ball where we'd either strike the ground or just before hitting the ground, and then we'd actually start moving up through it, hitting the top portion of the ball, or right in the middle where it'd be a low line drive, or something that would just be rolling along the ground. So if we can move that low point forward, we start to eliminate chunking the ball, topping the ball, we get better contact, higher ball flights, and that usually gives us a whole lot better distance control, both in overall distance and to be able to hit our numbers when we need to, especially with our irons and wedges. All right, so we can see our setup here. We got practice ball, and then in there we can see that tape set up about one ball width in front of the golf ball. And so the goal of this exercise is going to be able to try to get that tape off the mat, at least crinkle it. And again, if you're someone who is practicing on a grass range, all you have to do is push a tee peg into the ground, just like this tape is flush to the ground, and that's what you're trying to hit. So your eyes can gravitate there, whatever allows you to be effective, but start with taking some practice swings, moving that low point way in front, and then trying to rip that tape right off the ground. That is the only way we're gonna do it is if we move that low point forward. Let's go ahead and give it a try and hit some. All right, so I just have a 7-iron here. You can start, the best way to start this is with a pitching wedge. And notice I'm gonna take a couple of practice swings and notice where my ground contact is. Well out in front, just like I'm going to hit that tape. And that's how we get started to make sure we're effective with this exercise, is if we can't hit that ground out in front, we're probably not going to make the good contact that we want to and get that tape off of there. So let's go ahead and give it a couple tries. We can see how we got a little bit of that tape crinkled up, almost coming off. You can go ahead and give it a little fix, mat it on down, and give it another try. Set it up about one ball width away from the tape, so just almost 2 inches. That one was just a little bit thin on the contact. You can see I can get the tape, but it's a little bit thin. But the good thing about hitting a slightly thin shot versus chunking it and hitting the ground first is that we can actually get the ball to jump and look exactly the same as it would if we were hitting it off the fairway. The problem with hitting a mat early, especially if you practice off of mats, is it's gonna make that shot look a whole lot better than it actually is. Let's do one more. See if we can take this one all the way off. There we go. And that's exactly what we're going for, to make sure we make good contact and get lots of distance and height on that golf ball. I hope you enjoyed this video. Something so easy. Again, this is just basic athletic tape or tees if you're using grass. All you have to do is just set it up and let the natural instincts start to flow about how to get there. You have to do a bunch of things right to be able to get there, like shift pressure, rotate the body, use your hands and arms correctly. So you have to do everything in order to make sure you get the tape or get the tee. Just continue to swing and practice, something you can maybe even do at home if you have the space in order to do it, and your ball striking will improve dramatically. And then all you have to do is just take it to the course. If you haven't already, again, make sure to like and subscribe, and we appreciate you tuning in. Let us know in the comments section if this works for you or other ball striking drills that you like to do. Let us know anything else that we can help you with to make this golf season your best golf season. Make sure to check out the link in the description. That'll send you to all of our online lesson offerings so I can work with you no matter where you are. Thanks again for tuning in.